How does somebody go from being unemployed and virtually homeless to becoming one of our best-known celebrity bloggers with a budding media empire? Well, that's been the path of my next guest. Her name is Necole Kane, but you probably know her as Nicole Bitchy. She joins us now to tell us about her journey and why, according to her, bitching ain't easy. Good to see you. In real life.
I know, I'm human.
I know.
I'm here in the flesh.
I see you. Everybody knows you from the internet, but she's a real person. I can feel it. Yeah. So talk to me about, first of all, how all this happened, because you went from like nowhere to everywhere.
Well, to be honest, the idea to start this celebrity blog site came when I was living with my aunt on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. I had just moved back there after just trying to get a job in New York City, and it just didn't work out for me.
What were you trying to do in New York?
I wanted to work for a music label, like helping them market artists and things like that. And so I went back home to my small town in Maryland, and I'm on the internet every day, you know, looking at celebrity gossip. And I started the site just to pass the time away. And after a little research, I realized I could make money from it. And it kind of, that was the launch event. Yeah.
You talked about also using blogging as a way to cope with grief.
Yes.
What kind of grief were you going through?
Well, I lost my parents a few years prior. And so just dealing with that, being back on the Eastern Shore of Maryland, that's where I'm from. And you know, when you have to go back home after you've been out in the world and people see that you have succeeded at something, that's like, I failed. So that's what I was dealing with at the time. Wow.
So you start blogging, you realize, hey, I can make some money on this. But you made a particular choice. You could have done lots of different kinds of blogs. You did the celebrity route. Why?
Because I was very in tune with the celebrity gossip world. I used to work in radio for a few as a producer. And so I had to know what was going on in celebrity news. And I also booked celebrities to come in to talk with the online jocks. So I was kind of familiar with that world already.
And you then made a decision to talk about them in a particular type of way. You could have done a fashion blog, you could have done like a straight gossip thing, but you did an interesting kind of mix to me.
Yeah, I did. Well, starting out, it's funny because I would talk about myself a lot in the blogs too, or, you know, kind of relate the story to like something that was going on in my life.
Yeah.
So I think people connected with that, like she's human. I relate to that.
And I think another reason why people connect to your blogs is that with some of the blogs, there's a kind of meanness to them.
Yeah.
You know, and there are mean people who want that too. But it seemed to me that you don't, even when you say things that people might not want to hear, it's not mean. It doesn't feel like you're just trying to hurt people.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to tear people down. Like, it's one thing for me to say, now that was a little messy, or he sounded a little bitter. But to like just say like really things that could just hurt them, their family, I don't want to be that type of person. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. I think it was, you know, years ago we had this story up about Pleasure P that I don't feel like was proven as true. And I felt like he took a little hit in his career. And it was all over the internet, but just the fact that we were one of the people that posted it as well, that didn't sit well with me. And after that, I kind of like was a little bit more careful about that.
Do you ever reach out to celebrities and apologize?
No, if they reach out to me and they tell me, hey, you know, I'll apologize. Like if you felt offended, I am sorry, you know.
Yeah. How often does that happen that they reach out to you?
It happens often. I mean, I just had a situation with both Nelly and Floyd because we had stories with both of them.
Right.
And
Floyd was the abortion story?
Yeah.
Okay.
He put out a sonogram that his girl had abortion, but she told him that she had a miscarriage.
Right, and that's the reason. This is Floyd Mayweather, by the way. Boxer, for those that don't know. Floyd Mayweather put out some information showing the sonogram of his baby-to-be. Ultimately, he was saying, I broke up with this girl, I ended this engagement because she had an abortion and lied to me about it. So Floyd does that.
Yeah.
You were one of the, like you said, other people put it out too, right? And then what happens?
Well, the thing is, Nelly ran off with Floyd's girl.
Oh, that was that part. Yes, yes. And Floyd was tight.
Yes. It was a very interesting situation. You know, Nelly sitting courtside with the girl, and I think Nelly's thing was, you know, I've met him before, and you know, we had a very nice interaction. I just trusted you as a blogger, but you're injecting too much of your opinion and too much of your commentary into this, and like I just thought you were different than everybody else.
Wow.
And that's when I was like, you know, when you put your personal life on Instagram, you're inviting commentary, but I see why that you would be upset, and I apologize.
How angry was that? Was he yelling?
No, like this was like maybe over like
Okay.
You know, the internet.
Okay, cool.
With Floyd, it was face to face.
Okay. And how was Floyd?
Floyd, he just was very. He just said, you know, I have a daughter that's a teenager. She can read this stuff on your site. What if my mom reads it? And so, you know, again, you have to explain that we just was reporting what was said. You know, I mean, I did add in a few.
Couple things. I'm about to say, I read that one.
But, you know, it's so funny because once I publish a blog, I can't remember. Like, it's overstimulation, all the news you get all day. I can't remember what was said. I do know it might have been, you know, he's acting a little bitter, or this is a little messy.
Right.
But I don't remember anything that would be, like, very negative and that his daughter would be embarrassed by.
Do celebrities now come to you asking you to post stuff about them?
Yeah, we get a little bit of that too.
Right. Is it them or their people, like their publicists and stuff? Because I would assume they don't want it to. They want to make it look like they're just so important that you just had to write about them.
Yeah.
So who does that?
Come on now.
You know what's going? I gotta ask.
That's the blogger code. You can't say. Yeah, but I mean, mostly everyone is nowadays. You know, they go to TMZ, which is fine. Credit TMZ.
But I like what you do. I mean, TMZ is amazing, and they break stories. They did everything from Donald Sterling to you know, this Willow Smith stuff. I mean, they do a lot of interesting stuff. But you have a different take, partly because it's all black stuff, or mostly black stuff, and because again, you put a different flavor and a different spin on it. Was that your goal coming in, that you wanted to like wedge open a different space?
I did. When I first came into it, I just noticed that there wasn't anyone showing their face. That was the one thing that I knew was going to set me apart at the time.
Why do you think that is?
You know what? If I could go back and do it all over again, I don't know if I'd show my face.
Really? See,
yeah.
I think you should. I like that you show your face. All right, let me just say this, because you ain't going to say it because you're nice, right? But part of the reason why the other ones don't show their face sometimes is because it's not necessarily, like, you're beautiful, right? They have, a lot of celebrity bloggers don't have faces that would make people want to click on them. Is that fair to say?
I mean, I don't know.
You done met some of them.
I met a lot of them, and they were very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice. We talk about their face, and you said they're nice.
I mean,
anyway, I'll move on. But I'm just saying, I think part of what markets you is that, unlike the stereotype of...
I just feel like I look like my target audience. When I look in the mirror, I feel like I'm talking, like... So when I write posts, I'm writing them for the person that looks like me.
Right.
And so I think that makes me relatable.
Right. And I think that the stereotype of the celebrity blogger is that it's this angry person living in their mom's basement who, you know, weighs 500 pounds.
I mean, to be honest, I was the angry person living in my aunt's guest room when I first started, and I wasn't the nicest blogger at the time. So and I think as your life got better, my life got,
your blogs got nicer.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Comments coming in, questions coming in from the HuffPost Live community. Jeanette Eisenstros says, what I do like about your blog is that you do media with integrity. She says, love you, Necole. You are amazing. I love your story. Kwai Chang writes in and says, what is going on with Will Smith's kids? Scientology, Organite, Osho, sexy selfies. I mean, they do take some, you know, sexy selfies. They got a better selfie game than I had. They got a better selfie game than most people. But you know, the last couple of weeks, it's all been about Willow Smith and that picture in black and white on the bed. Now, we make a decision at HuffPost. We don't want to show that picture. She's a minor. I don't want to show that. But that picture has raised a lot of questions. Now I'm hearing social services is investigating.
I don't know if I believe that. Sometimes I feel like certain websites try to keep up with TMZ or whatever, so they put out, oh yeah, just make stuff up. But yeah, that picture was suspect. I just feel like I'm a big Jada Pinkett fan. I just feel like she has everything under control. Yeah. I really do.
You trust that?
I trust that she has everything under control.
So when you get a picture like that, right, you could, and deep down you're saying, because I had the same dilemma for me. I had to report that story, and at the same time I'm thinking, I don't think anything is wrong. How do you strike that balance between reporting what people want to know about and what's hot and what honestly will make money, and doing in your gut what you think is fair and right?
Sometimes you make it, like I made it a discussion piece. What do you guys think? Like sometimes you take your opinion out, and what do you guys think about this? Would you let your child lay in a bed with a 21-year-old man, shirtless?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You let the internet do the dirty work sometimes.
You let the,
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Chuck Mangione writes in, he is our resident hater. He says, what is more fruitful? Blogging about celebrities or starving kids? There are people who say that, right? They're like, there's so many things we could be doing. why do you choose this when there's more important stuff we could be talking about? When you hear something like that, what do you say?
Well, I say, you know what, sometimes people are on Twitter and they're like, why don't you blog about serious things? I'm like, did you just see, I just had a post about Jay-Z and Solange fighting in the elevator, but on top of that post, there's a post about the Nigerian girls that were kidnapped.
Exactly.
And there's a video of them. But did you click on the page? Did you scroll down? Like, you probably missed that post because you ran to the elevator fight post. So,
and do you find that like if you post something serious, people pass that?
Yes, I do. But I mean, you have to keep people informed. So.
And it's also, I think there's a space for pleasure. I mean, I'm pretty into the news, but I want to know about the elevator fight. You know what I mean? I want to hear what's going on with Floyd. And when I want to know that, I need a place to go to. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Even in her post, we cover entertainment as well as the serious stuff. Talk to me about the business side of what you do, though, because you didn't just get a name and a face that's visible. You're not just on everybody's TV show and in red carpet. You also have made this a strong, viable business model.
Yeah.
How?
Man, to be honest, when we talk about business, I'm just like, because that's like the worst part of my blogging right now. Like when I first started, I could just log on and talk about these celebrities, and that was easy. When it switched over to a business and I had to employ people and I had to pay legal fees and I had to, I'm an independent blogger. No one invested money into my site. So every single penny we make goes right back into the website. And it's difficult.
I can imagine, but it's working, and you're employing people, which is a good sign.
Yeah, but I'm always having to check the bank account and how much money are we spending this month, and budgeting, and do we have enough money for this and that, and it's hard.
How much of that is you still making sure you don't end up back on somebody's couch?
Man, I was just thinking the other day, if we don't get this together, because we just switched our website layout, just made a few changes.
Yeah.
And we lost tens of thousands of dollars in revenue just by the layout change.
Wow.
And we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And that was like my budget for writers and pictures. Like I have to pay for, we spend at least $3,000 to $6,000 a month purchasing pictures to post on the website. Yeah, wow. So if you see a paparazzi picture of J and B or whoever, you know, we had to pay for it to go on the website.
Wow. Well, it must be working for you. I mean, that's it. What's next? What are you going to do to grow beyond this? Because I know you have aspirations for all kinds of stuff. What do you want to do other than just keep growing the site?
I'm really interested in just doing more. I used to do these events called Girl Talk. I bring a celebrity in and regular everyday women, and we talk about, you know, girl talk. Yeah. Those events really just gave me, like, it countered some of the negative stuff we were writing about on the blogs. It really powered me up. So Girl Talk events, I want to write a book.
Oh, okay. What kind of book?
About not a tell-all.
I know, you know, people, you could have. I'm sure you know enough stuff to write a good tell-all.
Just, I had a lot of things along the way in my journey that I haven't talked about yet that I want to, because I want young girls to know, like, if I was able to do it, and I feel like I don't have a huge talent like singing or dancing. Like, I got on the internet. Everybody has the internet.
Right.
And I feel like if I was able to do this, then anyone can, no matter what the circumstances.
Exactly. No, but also don't sell yourself short. You do have a unique set of, I mean, to be able to have that vision and to make that vision real is extraordinary. You know, lots of people got blogs, and only one got one like yours. I mean, that is a unique thing. 5 years from now, do you think this market will still exist?
I think it'll still exist, but it'll be like faded out. Like, if you think about it, everyone's reporting celebrity news now. Right. Everybody. I don't care if you go to a radio station website, a television network, everyone's reporting. You go to Instagram, if you scroll down your Instagram, even a regular person is reporting celebrity news. So I don't know where it's gonna go.
I hear that. You have a fan writing in right now. His name's Kareem. He wants one question. We'll finish with him. He said, Necole, what are 3 key things that an up-and-coming blogger needs to do to become successful in today's time? To your point, with so many
bloggers out.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're blogging about something that you're passionate about. A lot of people jump into celebrity blogging because it's so popular and because of the money. And you got to think, especially when you're first starting out, you have to dedicate your life to it. You're going to make a lot of sacrifices. So make sure it's something you're passionate about. Be consistent. Like, people come back to the website every day because they know there's going to be fresh stories up every hour on the hour.
Right.
Be consistent and just do what makes you happy, not what everybody else is doing, and find your voice. I think with a lot of celebrity blogs out today, we've lost our voice. Yeah. Because as you get bigger, people don't want you to say how you feel. And so everyone sounds the same. Yeah. Keep your voice.
Keep your voice. Well, she definitely keeps her voice. And you can check out her voice and the voice of an amazing site every single day at Necole Bitchie. For more information on Necole and also her site, check out our resource well below. Stay with us. This is HuffPost Live.